All right. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to do a quick reset. Take my headphones off so I don't hear myself. And we're going to do a run of Popful Mail. This is a game I started running last year, and I really was looking for a Sega CD game I wanted to run, because Sega CD is one of my favorite systems. I love it. And I played Lunar and wanted to run that game, but I tried running that one, and it was like a 5-hour run, my first run. I'm like, I can't do that again. So I wanted to find something longer, and Popful Mail popped up. And the run on there I watched was like 4.5 hours. And I was like, I think I can cut that down. I think I can make that shorter, because the Japanese run was like 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's like, there's got to be a way of making the US version run almost the same. And I was able to kind of work it down. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the run, and then we'll go back and watch some of the cutscenes after. So we'll see if I can get a good run through, because when I said 2 hours, I've only beat the game once under 2 hours. And I was like, I can do it in 2 hours. Yeah, sure. And I was like, oh wait, I should probably have thought about that before I said that. So we're going to start, and we're going to skip this cutscene. Got to go in here, options, and turn voice off. You can't skip through any of the voice options, and there's a lot of talking in the game. So we want to turn that off so it doesn't interfere, and we can skip past all the text that's going on. But the voice acting, you know, they did good for voice actors, but it gets annoying when you have to, like, this was all voice acting here, so you'd have to wait here for about 5 minutes or something, just listening to them talk. CDs are too modern. Sega CD was, like, incredible to me. Sewer Shark at the time, I don't know, like, seeing the cutscenes and things like that in Sewer Shark in live action, I was just amazed. I was like, this is the future of gaming. Live action and games, it's all together. I was so excited about it. Sewer Shark. I love Sewer Shark. It was really fun, but I wasn't good at it, so I got annoyed at it. There's one part in it I just couldn't beat. Oop, missed that guy. So we're just kind of running through, trying to skip most of the enemies. I'm trying not to collect gold, and I'm not collecting any armor. So the original run of this had a gold grind, so you can get your armor to have defense, and I bypass all that to be quicker, which makes it almost like 1 or 2 hit deaths later on in the game. So I want to collect some of the gold. Like right now I'm kind of going slow getting these, even though I don't need them. And then we're picking up elixirs. So here's an elixir down here. Nope, I almost missed it. Sometimes my controls go off weirdly. Elixirs, when you die, it brings you back to health, back to life and full health. And I want those for the bosses, but I don't want those to be using them randomly elsewhere, because the game can be unforgiving when you get hit and just take tons of damage, and then you could just die because the iframes are really short. We're going to skip past this. And I'm going to make a lot of safety saves too, so if something goes wrong I can just reload it. So here's one where I make a save. This is right before the boss. Or, you know, mid-boss. Get him! Oh, I thought that was the last hit. There it is. So we're going to try to PB. We're going to keep going and try to make a PB here, which means that would be a new world record if I can. I've been practicing, so hopefully the practice pays off. I'm like nervous now. Starts with the gold, yeah. It's alright, we got a lot of time to save. I've been doing a lot of safety saves in my runs, and I'm trying to limit them now, because it's a huge waste of time. Oop, I just went back in there. The safety saves are a waste of time, but they're also very helpful. Is it Popful? This is very Popful. We're gonna kill this guy. Sometimes I try running by him, but the cycle, you have to wait here anyway, so might as well kill him and get the gold. And we're just gonna play it safe there. The ladders you can hop up on if you're against the wall. You can't hop on them if there's no wall there. You'll just fall off. So we just want to climb the ladder till you get there, and then you can hop up. And speeds up the climb a little bit. This guy always got me before. He would always hit me. He still hits me there, but if an enemy hits you while you're on the ladder, you fall off the ladder and fall. So you really don't want to hit him while you're climbing. And when we get to the boss, I don't want to fall there because he'll hit me. You'll get healed when you defeat a boss. So some damage is okay. Right now I'm not getting a lot of damage because this is the beginning, but later on the bosses do incredible amounts of damage to you because I don't have any armor. I make more safety saves. This is where I'll make another safety save because sometimes these guys get me. I really only have to kill 2 of these guys and the chest will appear, but you have to kill them to make the chest appear. So now the chest should be there at the end. Something you have to watch out because you don't... timing changes. So there it is. If you kill 2 of them, the chest will appear. And that's the key to open the door. And we can continue on. And so coming up, this guy will pay me to save him, for saving him, and he goes back to his village, and I'm going to use that money to buy a dagger. And I don't need the dagger, but the only reason I buy it is because the boss, the wood golem that's coming up that I'm going to have to fight at the end of these stages, the dagger is a lot easier to fight him because I have to jump and attack. If I use my normal sword and hit an enemy, my movement stops, and I don't want that. I want to be able to keep up with the bouncing head that I have to chase after. That sounds weird. But I'm going to waste time getting up to the store up here to buy a dagger and make it easier to fight the golem. You can one-cycle the golem with the dagger. You can't one-cycle it with your normal sword. So we're just going to buy that, and that's all we need. And we'll make another safety save because there's some places up here that I might get damage from. I'm going to try to be quick, but the game can catch you on things, and it really messes you up. Right? If you get caught on those things, you get damaged when you fall, when they break. Nope, watch out. So we're going to hang here for a second. Get back on our... Come on! Get out of there! Ah. Okay, so that was slower. Alright, we made it. We got it! You gotta hit him, otherwise he'll hit you, so... We'll try to get through these spiders, maybe. You hit them, and then run through. And we got several more up here that have to do it. The first one we kind of just get rid of, and then we'll kind of, like there we took one hit, and then I get scared after that, so we're going to stop and play it safe. Safe-ish. But we'll get healed at the boss, so. And the further these guys are down, the more they swing, so you got to be careful with those guys. Try to jump on those, jump over, and there we go. Alright, so now we'll get to the boss. We'll save up there as a safety save. We probably don't need to, but like I said, I saved too many times. And it's quick to save. I stay close to this guy so he doesn't throw his bombs, but he does an earthquake attack when he hits the ground. He can give you damage that way. And then we'll get healed here, so we'll continue the run. I don't know if I missed the platform because the platforms raise together. They go up and down on both sides, so I might be able to just jump right up, or I might have to wait for it. Oh, we took a hit at the same time. I forgot to... It's unlikely to kill him at the same time that you're right next to him. Then when you respawn, you still take a damage, which is unfortunate. We're going to save here because this is also kind of scary. Like that. I got stuck. Yep. See, now we're using elixir, so we'll reload there. Because I don't want to use those elixirs. Go, go, go! We took one hit. I think I'll continue on. We'll get this apple here, or banana, for safety, and go. So you're a bounty hunter, and we're hunting Muttonhead, who is worth like 2 million, or something like that. So that's our goal, is just to make money. And then, of course, you get thrown into some weird adventure, and everything goes wrong, blah, blah, blah. But it's a fun. I think it's fun. So now we're at the Golem Tower. This is the boss where I'll use the dagger. And we'll make a save here, because I don't want to use my elixirs. And I might use my item now, just to heal and be safe. I want him to slide. Like that. And then we can lock him into place. And if you mess it up, then you mess it up, and you have to wait for it again. I'm messing up too many times. We'll just do that. So then we'll switch over to... We're probably going to get hit and have to restart anyway, but we're going to put the dagger on. I don't want to... We got really close to one cycling. I got scared to go after him, so... Now we're going to try to hold him into place again. I'm going to switch to dagger just so I don't have to be so close. I ran out of arms. Dang it. My arms ran out. We're gonna go. So you have arms on the bottom there, which is basically your stamina. And if it runs out, you can't throw your weapon. And I missed it by one. I ran out of arms and couldn't throw the dagger. So I guess we'll continue on. We used an elixir. I've been tempted to just let myself use an elixir there if it happens. Because it just saves time to not reset. And then we have to go in here and save Tat, who will become a second character that we can play. I'm surprised that my arms didn't fill back up in the time that I was waiting for the boss, but... And then we get to the next scene. So now we're in stages 2. And we, there's Muttonhead. We already defeated his wooden golem. He's like, you can't defeat me. And he gets struck by lightning from a powerful being, and you realize that he is being controlled by someone else. But we still just want the money, so we're trying to find him. We're going to switch there. We'll make another safety save. And continue on. These guys are very annoying because they shoot fire like that if you're and if you're not quick enough, they'll hit you when you're trying to jump or jump up and hit them. So I always don't want to jump when they're pointing at me. So I always want to take them out kind of when they're pointing the other way. And we want to see where that butterfly is, because he can damage you, and we'll jump through that, which sometimes is scary as well. And there we go. Now we're past that. So we do want to get to 1500 to buy another amulet when we get to the store, and we're buying it early, and then we want to make sure we get to 2000 gold when we get to another place, a store here, to buy a boomerang, which makes it a lot easier to beat bosses later on. So we're hoping to collect money and make money, but I'm also trying not to kill enemies to get money to save time. So it's that balance of how much time and how much money can you make, and these enemies don't give you much as well as far as how much money they give you. So I don't really care about them too much. There we go. So he throws a bomb, he tries to blow up the stalagmite or whatever that's blocking his way, causes an avalanche, and then he's trapped. So now he's like, hey, can you help me? And you're like, I guess I'll have to help you, because we're trying to go that way too, and he blocked off that whole thing. So that's Slick. He's the one that was caught in the tree at the very beginning, and he's always causing issues for you. But of course, he's always advancing the story too in his hijinks that he causes everywhere. So we're gonna leave those enemies. This is where a bat can get you if you're not quick enough. You can jump on water for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, water jumping boots or something. Drop, jump, and jump. Okay. So this is just kind of, this level you just go back and forth a bunch of times. So you get the Slick, and then you run this way, then we have to run back, and then we have to run back to this way, and it's several times. So there's a couple levels you have to do that at. So here's a little dragon guy monster. Apparently he has something we need, so we need a bomb to chase after him. So, and of course Slick has bombs. So we'll go back to Slick to go get him. It's something I found out recently about this game, and it just fascinates me, was that when they made this game, they were going to port it over to the US, and when it came over, Sega was like, you know what, we'll make this into Sister Sonic. So Male was going to become Sonic's sister, and they were completely going to redesign the game to be a Sonic game, and everyone just kind of got up in arms about it and sent letters to Sega saying don't do it, and they eventually changed their mind and just ported it over, you know, like it was. But of course Working Designs changed things, so that there's a difference between the American and the Japanese release. And Working Designs made the damage that you do less to enemies, and the damage that enemies do to you more. So they made it a lot harder, and they made things cost a lot more as well. So at the end of the Japanese port, you can get these amulets that make you invincible and just run through all the stages without worrying about anything. Because you can buy them for $100, and it's just, you just have enough money to buy 30 of them or whatever to do that. But in this one, they cost $1,500, so you barely can buy any, and you're just like, that sucks. So that's why I'm trying to work the time down so I won't have to grind. But of course, you don't buy armor. But the whole Sister Sonic thing, I don't know. I don't know why they did that or thought about it. But the thing that's fascinating to me about it is, you know, like now if that happens, people just, you know, throw on social media how mad they are about it. But back then you had to actually write a letter to Sega. And how many people wrote letters to them, you know, arguing? So here we're going to do a save and load, I don't know what you call it, warp? Because you always load back to where you entered the room. So since we entered on that side port there, we can save and load, and we'll do that a couple times through the speed run of just saving loads. But yeah, it's just amazed. It's like fans were crazy back then to have enough people writing in letters to the company to get them to not change it to Sister Sonic. It's a way to go, fans. And we're going to jump down here, and now we got everything. We don't want to keep running there. Sometimes I forget and keep running and get hit by the enemy. Alright, so now we're here. We got this nice little hammer to break through, and then Slick's like, oh, that hammer's awesome, give it to me. And he steals it, and then runs off, breaks this, and we get mad and chase after him. Because he took our hammer, after all that. Alright, over here, we'll make another safety save. Or we won't make a safety save yet. We're going to dive in the water and do a save warp here. Down here's another elixir, so we used one of those elixirs at the wood golem. We'll go up here, we're going to grab this, and then save and warp back out of the water. And now we still have that item, and we can continue on with this level. What a jerk. Yeah, he is. I don't know. Doesn't matter if I fall, but I hate falling down. It's hard to get up. So right here is these gold bullion. Later on, we'll need 4 gold bullion to progress the game, I guess. Oh, I missed it. My jump button doesn't work all the time. There we go. So we need 4 bullion to progress the game, but I'm going to use that bullion to get money to buy the things I need early on, because there is a place, the game has a safety feature built in where if you sell the gold bullion, you can remine some more or have a place where you can get more of it. So I'm going to sell some of the ones I have now, and then if I have to, I'll be able to mine for that later on. So we find out that there's some characters trapped down here, and they need a ladder, and we could try falling down there, but we need a ladder to progress the game and save them. And that's where we run to the town. And as long as I'm not hurt, I won't have to heal myself here. And we could possibly do another save and warp. Save warp, or whatever you want to call it, here. We talk to this person. They give us the ladder and tell us that there's a monster down there, of course, that's causing trouble, and we're going to have to defeat it. Save here again, and load. And we should have that ladder. Almost fell there. Come on. I hit that guy so he doesn't shoot me. Because sometimes if you're not quick enough, he can take damage. You can jump on him and stand on him. But I still will hit him just in case. The movement in this is pretty quick, pretty fluid. You can sometimes jump to the side when you mispress trying to jump up. Sometimes the controls will just send you flying to the side for some reason. And I think it might be more my controller than the game itself, but who knows. We're going to switch to Tat. This is like one of the only times I'll use him. We'll save just in case something goes wrong. And we'll continue on here. So this is Bony Rubbler. Yep. I'm gonna go here. I got hit once. Trying to hit him twice, but I keep missing the second one. Oops. As long as I'm hitting him once. We're hitting him. Horses halved, yeah. You're shooting him off the horse. So I'm just missing him. I'm just off pattern there. There we go. There. Let's make sure we split. Got the prison key. Get back to Male because she's faster. Now I gotta remember to get the amulet. So I get a safety amulet here just to play it safe. So I have something to help me with bosses in case bosses go wrong or if I fall somewhere into an enemy pit or something like that. The amulet's very helpful to make myself invincible so I can escape. But they cost $1,500. And it makes it harder for me to get the boomerang later on, so I gotta make sure I collect enough money for the boomerang. So we're gonna come in here, drop. I think this way is where we get the amulet. We're gonna buy the amulet. So like I said, in the Japanese release, amulets only costed 100, so you could buy like a crazy amount of them. Come on, jump. We'll talk to this person to get 2 bananas for safety. Barney Rubber. Yeah. Barney Rubble. Okay, and I need to have them move so I can get in this door. Jump over here, and we'll get these more gold bullion. So I can use, I can sell these to hopefully get my boomerang if I have to, and then I know where I can get more of these. But I have to make sure I have enough gold to buy all the things I need to buy later in the game. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, because after a certain point, there's not really a good way of grinding gold. So I want to make sure I have that gold by the end of the first or second level of stage 3. Now that we got a key, we go all the way back. And go back to the previous level to backtrack in the backtrack level that we did before. So this is more backtracking. Go here. I like the little animations they have, like when you drop down and the eyes get big, all that stuff. You know, I always loved games that was, you know, anime, cartoon based as a kid, those kind of things, and it had cutscenes. Those are my favorite. And then, like, of course, when, you know, they did live action and stuff, I was just blown away by that stuff, like I said earlier. But I always loved these kind of games. So when I found Popful Mail, I was just like, yeah, that seems like a game I'd like. Get that gold and then try to hop in the water and not get hit by that bat again and continue on. Alright, just gotta dodge this one guy here and not fall in the water. So otherwise it's really hard to get out of there. And then there's this door that we've always passed before, so now we can go through here to get to the next area. When I got a game, I was doing my many weeks in the end. We're gonna make a safety save here. And we're gonna... Oh, see, I got hit by that guy when I don't know why. He didn't even shoot his mace. We're going to take these guys out because they give you a lot of gold, and for these stages early on, it's a lot of money. Gotta be careful, because sometimes these guys will turn around and hit you. So while you're jumping, they can just randomly turn around and go after you. Oops. That was kind of scary. I don't like being in the water for all that. So I need 2,000 gold. That's my goal for buying, what do you call it? The boomerang that I need for the next bosses. I should have enough because I have enough gold bullion to sell, so we're probably going to sell the gold bullion. And we're going to collect some of this gold on the way. I was thinking about bypassing one enemy that's up here, but I think we're going to drop down and get him. See, that guy almost got me. This guy. So sometimes I'll bypass this guy, but we're going to get the gold from him just to be safe. Oh, gotta watch out for that guy. You can see and hear my Midwestern Wisconsin language coming through. Oh, those kind of things. Okay, so we're going to change to hat. We'll make a safety save because sometimes this also goes bad. But time, this guy boss is not hard, but it's the pattern. If you mess the pattern up, things can go wrong. See, like he misses, sometimes you'll throw something. Oh! Don't forget to split. And then we switch back to mail. There we go. And so this level kind of starts the same. We'll make a safety save because sometimes you can get damaged in the beginning. There's a ghost that flies out of the ground. I don't know why it even exists or what it is, but you have to be careful about it. We want to drop down here. I'm forgetting my route. Okay. It says that we have no key, so now we have to find the key. I'm going to get a safety apple. Sometimes you can bypass it, but I'm going to get some safety items just to make sure the run keeps going. I can still PB even doing the safe route. Safe patterns. We're going to get this guy's money. Because we like gold. Same thing with enemies down here. Get this guy's money. And then we'll do another save warp after we get the key. So the key's right here. Grab this. It's randomly, safely kept in this cavern for some reason. And then we'll load. Takes us back to the beginning of that level, and we can run left and get to where the door was locked. And the only reason we got into this door is just so we can find Muttonhead, who's trapped, and we want him for the money, so we gotta go. Like, hey, we want you. He's like, oh, I released the dragon, haha, everyone's dead. And like, well, now I need my hammer that Slick stole from me, so I have to go back and get that. And apparently it's all behind a dragon that we have to get rid of. I don't know why I can't jump up there, come on. And we'll do some safety enemy killings here for getting money. Just because the one time I forgot to do all the gold grind, I did run close to not having enough money. So now I'm just kind of safely getting it. I don't know my full route yet of this game. I'm still trying to figure out, I don't need that, which ways I want to go. So I'm still trying to figure out a route of this. And I know my the time I'm looking to get right now is a sub 145. And I'm hoping I can get it down to hour 30 is my goal. Or something close to it. But that means I'm going to have to start playing it not as safe. I play it really safe a lot now. And I have to start challenging myself to push the time a little bit. So we get a boomerang. I got to remember to equip it so then we can throw this boomerang from a distance and play it safe. We'll go over here to get this. Banana for life. I should have healed myself. And there's Slick, of course. He's like, I got the, everything. And apparently he threw a bomb down here, and he's the one that kind of caused everything. So we're going to make another safety save here for the boss. And try not to get hit, because this boss can hit us. So what we do is we back off, and we try to get him on the edge of the screen. I'm going to wait for that guy to kind of go right about here. Because if he's off screen and he fires, the fireball he throws or electric ball he throws won't hit me. Like that. So if it's off screen, you hear the noise and it doesn't go. Now I'm going to run back. And I might use an item because we got those bananas and stuff. So we're going to use an apple for safety. We're going to let our arms, our stamina come back up here. As you're throwing the boomerang over there, it kind of hits all these dragons. See? Oh, man. So we're going to reload. It's going to start us up here. I don't want to use that elixir. Usually those guys don't hit me. Like, your boomerang will prevent them. And we're going to heal while we're up there. And we'll make another safety save so I don't have to do it again. Try to go a little slower with the throwers. Maybe. So he's right there. You can hear him throw something like that. It's going to hit me. Okay. So I'm out of arms. Drop back. We're going to use one cherry or something. Wait for my arms to come back. I'll try it again. So he's really close. Yeah, there we go. So we'll probably lose time here. There's still some time to save, though. So, a lot of bosses I had bad fights with, but we'll see. Alright. We're going here, and now we got the big boss battle here. Could never get the ROM to work. Oh, that's too bad. We're going to make a save here because this guy's crazy. He's not too bad. I feel bad about fighting this boss, Goratus, because he's not doing anything. He doesn't get mad till you hit him. So, like, he's just minding his own business and you come throw a boomerang in his face. It's like, really? Just... He wouldn't do anything if you just left him alone. Do 3 hits, then we kind of run away, and then run back. We're just running back and forth. Yeah, he's just minding his own business, and then we throw a boomerang in his face. It's like, why? Oop, we're gonna get hit there. So this is where the amulet comes in place. It saves you. You turn it on, and then you can turn it off. It's limited access, limited use, and when it's on, you can't hit the bosses. And the bosses can't hit you, so you can't just leave it on and fight the boss or something like that. So you have to. So I'm gonna make him fire his fireball, so then he doesn't do the ground pound until after you hit him in the face. And then we make him. So there's just a couple more hits here. There it is. Okay. We'll see if we're ahead or not. I don't think we are. Looks fun for sure. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It can be aggravating at times, you know, but it's fun. We've been 7 seconds ahead this entire run. Okay. We definitely had a lot of time that we've missed. We could have been ahead a little further, but that's all right. So now we got everything we need. We go back, we talk to these guys, and then this will take us on to stage 3. So he gives back the hammer. I guess he feels bad about taking it from you, and then you can go release Muttonhead, and now we have Muttonhead. Then there's a cutscene here where they say, oh, we're going to leave you behind Muttonhead in this giant cage, and we just leave him there to die in a cage. Because apparently we get the money whether or not he's dead or alive, so we don't care. But we see smoke and fire in the distance of a town that was burning, so we're going to check it out. So now, this is where we can make extra money, but we're gonna have to, I have to figure out what I want to do here for gold grind. If I want a gold grind or not, because I need to have a certain amount of money. I have to have basically 5,000 gold. I'll use 2,000 in this level, and then I'll need 3,000 moving on to buy another power-up for Gaw who becomes our boss fighter, because now we have the dragon Gaw person with us. I don't know if he's a dragon or if he's just a monster, what he's supposed to be. I think in the SNES version they call him a dragon, but I don't know what he is. These guys give us 200 gold, so they're good grinds. So we'll make sure to get these tombstones or whatever they are for gold. And you gotta watch out because they're hidden and they fly at you real quickly. This is another stage where you're kind of a fetch quest. You go back and forth several times. The game seems to like making you do that, where you have to go back and forth. So we're gonna get gold bullion there. And then we talk to this guy who's apparently a dwarf. We're like, hey, you're not a dwarf, you don't have a beard. And he's like, no, sure I am. And yeah, he says Slick's a friend of his, and I don't know, we don't like Slick, but whatever, it's fine. Jump down here, and then we jump across. This is where I would usually get the gold bullion, but I'm going to drop, go here, and get Gaw's weapon here, just so I can know how much money I actually have. So we have that. We're going to sell all of it. Maybe we'll sell all but one. Okay, we should have enough. Okay. Did I buy this already? Alright, so we have that. I'm so confused how much money I need right now. So I have 17. I messed up. Okay, so yeah, I'm wasting time now. So I needed to get the bullion. We're gonna go here. These guys give you bullion. So we're gonna fight them to get some. Do that. We're gonna switch the mail. We're gonna go up. No, let's go back down. Okay. So I have to figure this one out. I have to reroute this and figure out if I'm not collecting gold early on, how do I get enough that's in a timely manner. And so I kind of messed up now because I was trying to get the gold, but we're gonna continue on. We have to talk to these guys to know that we can't progress here in order to sell our bullion. So they say, you can't go this way, and we're like, oh darn, I guess I have to go find some random miner to tell me how I need to get going. So let's go find this random miner to progress the game. So we're down here, he's like, hey, I want gold. And we say, okay, I'll give you gold. Are you the wrong one? You're the wrong miner, aren't you? No, you should be the right one. I don't have enough. I'm missing one. Okay, well, we messed up. I should have just gone and got the gold, but we'll get... I don't think this other one will give us any because we don't have 4. Let's just go get the other 4 money-wise. So I think... Where am I? Where am I? I messed up now, so this is not gonna... We're not gonna PB anymore. Okay. Then we want to go up here. So we're way behind now. So there's a secret place where you can get some gold bullion. We're going to climb this up here. Jump up and jump across. We're going to fall. These are where the secret chests are. We want to take the bounce that lets you fall through, and we get these gold bullion. We already collected Gau's weapon, so we can do that. We're just going to get these. So now we should have enough money anyway for the 3,000 we need later on. So it's not horrible that we did all that. It's still helpful, but we'll see. Just find more. Yeah. I think I can talk to this guy now. I think he's right here. So now we should have enough to talk to this guy. There. And then he tells you, well, a dwarven trinket is what you need. So we'll go back up to the little dwarf and get our trinket. It's a new route, that's all, you know? New strats. It's not a mistake, it's strats. Climb this. I wish there was a way to not have to take this all the way up. You can jump and kind of progress it a little bit. A long climb, a lot of climbs. We're still going to stop. I guess we could bypass this and try not to, you know, turn around this way. Try not to collect the money, but we're still going to do it. If we have more than enough, we can always buy another amulet as well. And then it would be really safe later on. So that was something I was questioning, is whether or not to grind enough here and waste time to end up buying another amulet to save time in stage 5. And so we might try that to see if I can get enough, if I still have enough to buy that amulet later on, and maybe I can use it to save time in stage 5 later on. So now we got our trinket. I'm gonna head back. So it's all in the plans. Like I said, it wasn't a mistake. It's accidental strats. Let's see, we go in here. Where am I now? No, I don't want to go in here. Oh well. And then we go up this way. Come on, climb that ladder. It's weird how you start taking a different way and you suddenly forget where you are. It's like, oh, I'm taking the back way, but I usually go the other way, and now I'm confused. So you tell them that you got a trinket for their boss, their rebel army boss. They're like, okay, go in there. We're going to change player to Gaw, because now he does the most damage. We're going to make sure he's equipped, and then we're going to save as a safety save. I guess like here's a place I don't really have to safety save. I could probably get by without saving here. Because it's not this guy that's the problem. It's not this boss that's the problem. It's the future boss that's the problem. So it's like, hey, welcome in. Thanks for the trinket. I got an army here that's ready to go, and we're trying to save some money. We're going to make a lot of money. Come with me. And then you're like, oh, it's a trap. And then you have to fight these flame things. Oh, I missed it. Oh, come on, like that's right there. My claw went right through him. So there we go. So we're a minute and a half behind because of all that backtracking I did wrong. But we'll try to make it up. Let's change to male now. And it's like, hey, I got you again, another trap. So he's supposed to be on our side. He's the leader of the rebel army. Whoop, almost fell. So he's supposed to be helping us, but for some reason he's like doing all these traps and stuff, and so we find out that he's being used as well. And he's on the bad side as well. Now we learn the story that his village was destroyed. This is the fire that we saw. They stole the secret item. His mithril guardian that they built is gone, and they're trying to break the black seal for the bad guy and all this stuff that we skip over, so you know we can move on. Happy Flames of Death, yeah, that's what he's called. He's called the Happy Flames of Death. But when they jump, they're so happy though, and then you just claw them in the face, you know? You just claw things in the face. So this next boss is can be difficult. And get this apple. We're gonna make a save. Because then we're in the boss thing. So this is the mithril golem. So he got their guardian, and now we have to fight him. Crazy boss fight, so good. This one's difficult. Like, I have an issue with this guy. Oh, messed up already. There we go. So now we got him in the pattern. But there's 2 hitboxes on this guy. So each head has a hitbox. And we want to kind of get rid of them both at the same time. So I got to kind of be careful here. Oops. So I'm going to let my stamina come back up here. And then we're going to go. He's too close. I'm going to play it safe and do the amulet. We're also going to do this for safety. And turn that back off. Oh, I just need one more hit on him. It's alright. I think I had to fight this guy twice in my PB, so we actually made a lot of time up. So we're already back on track here. We're going to make a safety save here. Because of that. I've been trying to play it safe here, but I'm going to do Tat because I don't care about him very much, so we'll switch over to him. Then we'll go this way. And we change to Gaw. Oh no. I mean, we care about Tat, but he can take the damage there. Come on. So this is all a jump pattern. Almost got hit there. All right. Took a little bit longer than usual, but. And the other strat is to just sit on the bottom on those steps and throw the boomerang up, which takes longer. So I wanted to use Gaw and his claw to do that. I don't really need his claw, I guess. Like I could bypass buying his claw there. This guy's been getting me like crazy. These flames. Come on, stay over there. I would get on this elevator and the flame would come over and knock me off. And if you miss the elevator, it never comes back. So like I don't know what to do if you miss the elevator. There, we're gonna hit that guy so he doesn't shoot. Yeah, he talks like what's their names? Hans and Franz. That's the voice they gave him. I think I'm gonna miss safety save. Sometimes this pattern gets me. This is where I could buy... So we're going to sell all our amulets, or all our... and see if we have enough. What am I at? What's math? There we go. There, okay. Alright, so we switched to God because he's math is hard, it is. It's like, if I spend 1,500, how much do I have? Will I have anything close to 3,000? We switched to God because there's a smaller conversation here. It speeds it up. Otherwise, you have a longer text period there. So, but then he walks slower. So I don't know. It's give or take. Then we learn kind of the backstory, the three heroes that fought the bad guy before in the past, and how Sven apparently is one of them and turned to evil. And then there he is, and he's like, "I'm going to steal this guy, so you don't get the full story. Bye. See you later." And then there you go. Now you have to go find him. I mean, he already told you the story, so like we don't really need him, but we're gonna save him anyway. My jump button didn't work. So these things have spikes on them. So if you spend too much time trying to jump on them, spikes will appear and just stab you and knock you off. So you gotta be careful there. And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna finish you off a different way." And then the rebels appear and it's like, "We were playing bad guys too the whole time. We know you're good now, so we're gonna help you." And then they get killed. So, you know, so much help they did to you. Alright, so this is where the boomerang is gonna help us again for these next bosses. We have places we can stand and just throw the boomerangs. We're gonna make safety saves like we always do, because we're paranoid we're gonna die. And we get to this guy, and we have to try to set up the exact location to keep us safe, which is putting our shield right on this one line here. And we can throw it twice. We have to wait for him to throw the sword, and then we can hit him twice. And we should be okay from these fireballs where we're standing. And our shield should block the lower fireball. And the quicker he throws the sword, the quicker the boss battle is. So we really hope he throws a sword and just will, you know, save us time. I don't know if it's random or what it is. Sometimes you get in a pattern where he shoots a lot of fireballs and doesn't throw the sword. And so sometimes I'm just like, well, come on, I gotta make up my time. Come on, throw the sword. So it's 5 per hit. Like I said, in the Japanese version or release, you do more damage. I think you do 10 to him. You might still do 5. I don't know. There's some bosses that like you only do 5 hits to them, and in the Japanese release you do 10. So the boss fights are a lot longer in the US release. Oh, we're back on track here, apparently. So we got one more boss fight for this stage, and then we can move on to the next. So this is, I guess, the fire level, and then there's, you know, ice level next. We're gonna make a safety save because this guy's even harder. He can get you because you're paying attention to the fireballs, and then he'll throw a dagger at you, and if you're not watching the dagger, then you'll take a lot of damage. So we want to line up. Same thing here. And you can hit him twice, like that. But then your arms, I don't know what's faster, to hit him once or twice. Because like you could use up your arms skill or stamina skill if you're not perfect, you know, with the throwing too many and not hitting and stuff like that. They can run out of arms, and then you're waiting for that to recharge, and I don't know what's faster. So we're in a place where when he throws the high fireballs, they go behind us, and if he throws the low ones, they explode, and we apparently block them before they actually hit the ground. So it's a kind of a safety net, so you can block the fireball. Otherwise, if you stand somewhere else, the fire will just expand and hit you. So you can see our arms are getting tired, apparently. We're going to have to, yep, now we have to wait. And since we're not firing or hitting him, then usually he'll throw the dagger once in a while, so we have to watch for that. Unless we can hit him and maybe stop him, like there. And now we can kind of just hit him a bunch of times, so a couple more times. I just missed him there. There we go. He doesn't look intimidating at all. I know, it's true. He can be though. He can be a butthead. And somehow we golded that fight. I don't know. I should go get some safety items, but I'm not. I'm going to save and load to go back to the beginning of this level and drop down and save the guy that we came to save. And that'll move us on.
Thank you.
This looks like the cover of the D&D. Nice. Oop. I didn't know that would happen. Okay, so we're here. I didn't know you can go to the map like that. I thought you had to select it in the items. And they come in and be like, who are you? We're arresting you. We were told to watch out. Our king told us that you're bad. Blah, blah, blah. And so we find that Slick's in here, and then we try to get out of here and progress this. And the king comes and is like, wait a minute, I was wrong. Let's let him loose. Someone's trying to steal the orbs to help us out. And Slick runs off. And now we're in ice level with ice mechanics. Because every game has to have ice level. We're going to save here because... and try to get on that ladder down there. So this is where it was important to have 3,000, because I need 3,000 to buy a weapon for Gaw, and there hasn't been a place to grind gold or get gold for a while. So I really needed to have that before I left that stage. And we're short by 400, but we're going to sell weapons and stuff that Gaw has, so we don't need his fireball, and we don't need that iron claw anymore, so we're going to sell that, and now we should have enough to buy his fire breath. And there we go. Equip that, and we go back to mail. We bought the amulet, so now we have the amulet for safety, so we can use it for things like this. Turn that on, and now we're invincible. We can walk through things. Then we turn it off. It's a limited use. It has a little counter on the bottom, and when you use it, the counter keeps counting down. So you have, I think, 30 seconds for its use. So I have 2 of them. That gives me about a minute of time. But I need 1 of them for stage 3 or stage 5 completely. I bet you just sent me the... Mount... What? There we go. So now he tells us, hey, I need coffee to free myself. So this is the first time you actually use the stage thing that I didn't know existed in the just normal map. And we go to the mine, and the first guy you meet has coffee, so it's a fetch quest. Go get me coffee. This guy has it. It's a complete waste of time. Coffee! But you gotta do it. There. And now we have it. I think I zoomed through the conversation with this guy that I never realized he told you where the coffee was. And I was like, I don't know how you find out where the coffee is. It's like, no, he tells you. You just have to actually listen to his conversation. He's like, I don't want to listen to him. There we go. Oh wow, we jumped through both of those. I've never done that before. First time. No. Okay, jump up here. We want to fall here. And now I don't think there's really any enemies till we get to the end of this stage. It's all just kind of ice mechanics. Until we get to the ladder that drops down. Then we want to worry about it. So the next bosses that are coming up are Riff and Raph. They're not hard, but if you mess up, they can be. So we want to watch out for this guy, make him shoot, and then we go. If you just drop down, she'll freeze you, and then you get stuck there in ice. Same thing with this thing. We're going to get rid of her, and then continue on. Jump! Oops. Sometimes I hit my C button. It's too close to my B button. Zoom. The ice physics is kind of fun though, you know? To zoom around and jump. It can be fun. I haven't found the perfect jump points to really glide through this stage either. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out the route to increase my time. I do believe that I can improve it just by planning jumps and, you know, get those perfect jumps, get the sliding on the ice, all those kind of things. So Slick comes and saves you with the coffee that you got him, but of course he drinks the coffee instead and throws you into the wall to break the ice. So, you know, how nice of Slick. No. I don't think I can jump up there. We gotta jump from up here. Alright, lost time there. Sometimes you just start sliding down the hill and you can't jump to get yourself back up. Alright. So we're gonna change to Gaw, and this is where the boss battle can become hard. So it's just a pattern in a way. You just have to jump and make sure not to get hit by bubbles. The dreaded bubbles of old video games, you know. I play a lot of Contra, so, you know, we hate bubbles in the Contra world. I think that we're gonna watch that, because, yeah. There we go. Not the best boss fight, but we'll take it because we didn't use an elixir. This is how he says coffee. Making fun of my Wisconsin accent. Wisconsin. Do you know where a bubbler is? I could really use some water. The bubbles look, yeah, it looks cute, but they're deadly. There we go. Okay. And so this next part, I should stay Gaw here. We're going to make a safety save, but so I hated this stage because you have to go through the boat, and there's so many things you have to go through, and it's so long, and the enemies are put in a place where you get hit on ladders and all these kind of things, and I just hated it. And then I found out you could bypass it all, you know, by jumping up there. Oh, that guy's in a bad place. So this is one little skip you can do. Always reminded you of networking. Oh, he's gonna hit me now. There. And we're gonna make a save in case I die. I probably should have reset it because of how we got hit there with Gaw, but you gotta watch out for this guy because he throws his hook at you like on a chain. Like you're throwing something at him, his is longer and can hit you. So we want to get rid of him. And we're gonna get in here. We're gonna change back to Gaw, and we're gonna use an item to heal him. And then make a save. This guy, this boss, Wrath, I guess, is basically the same as Rith. And, but I don't know, her, like, she does weird things again. She cuts back sometimes. We'll get rid of those. There we go. Okay, as long as I don't have to reset. But apparently we're ahead, so okay. I think I did a couple of resets on some of the bosses. Alright. We're making good time. So we get our orb, change back to mail so we can run faster. And we don't buy weapons for anyone through the entire run, basically because now we have one more boss, and after that boss we get our strongest weapons of the game. The cinematics are nice. I'm gonna watch the ending of the game. We kind of just jumped right into it, but when we get to the end, we'll watch the end of it, and then I'll go back and replay the beginning so we can see the intro of the game if there's time. Like I said, I blocked 2 hours to play, and before I only had one completed run that was under 2 hours, and I'm like, yeah, 2 hours would be fine. I was like, wait a minute, I should probably have done 2 hours and 15 minutes or something. I didn't save, so this is going to be fun. Well, I guess we can still save, so we'll do it. We gotta watch, so he protects his eye. He usually doesn't turn around like this, but you know. Come on. So we get him, and then he turns into a giant dragon. I don't know which way to go because the dragon usually backs up the way I usually fight this guy. I gotta watch out here. Nope. We're gonna load. So he's on a different pattern. When he gets too close to the left, you don't know if he's gonna go forward a little bit or he's gonna drop back. He can do either. Okay, and so now he's going to back up and we're going to try to keep up with him, but we got to watch the electric bolts he fires. That, because you can't block that. So you turn that on, get through it. We're going to turn our amulet back on because we're too close. We don't want to freeze there because I did that last time. There we go. Got him. And we had enough time to save that. I want to keep that elixir. The Dragwin. Dragon Penguin. There we go. And we still save time. And so now the penguin comes in, oh, that was an imposter. Oh, thanks for getting rid of him. Here, have your most powerful weapons you can ever get. And you're like, okay, thanks. You could have gave that to me in the very beginning. Then we have the animation. So now we're into the stage 5. We'll go in here. And we equip our strongest weapon. We still don't have any armor, so this is where you can take a lot of damage. Enemies do about 65 to 70 damage to you. So every time you mess up, you are basically dead. So we try not to die. And it's real weird how much damage things do, because there's ceiling spikes, and when they hit you, they do 1. And that's it. But when you jump on floor spikes, they do, I think, 12. When you hit an enemy, they do like 65. So it's like there's no consistency. Oh, I see. Like I was trying to play it safe, but I ended up making it harder. See, like these only do 1 to you. And we'll go over here and get an amulet. So this is a safety amulet. This will help us get through some stuff. So now I can kind of run through some things, and I should probably use this to get through some of this now that I got hit once. We'll try to get to the boss and then use the boss to heal up Mail. Castlevania spikes. They do a lot of damage. So we can hit that guy twice, go through. We'll get through this spike. And then I think I don't need to do this, but since we got the extra one, we're going to. Because that guy does weird things like that. I would have got hit there. I don't want to use it up too much, though, so we'll turn it off here. Okay. I don't know how much those do. I think they did one. Hopefully one. So we're going to get to the boss, and we're going to have Gaul fight the boss. Jump. And then we will hopefully have Mail. We're going to save it here in case I die, but then hopefully Mail will switch over and make the final kill so she can get healed by him. This guy can do a lot of damage to you. Now I kind of want to heal him, so we might just heal him and then use an item. We didn't want to use an item, but if I don't want to go back, so we still have items to use. So he gets healed. We were kind of hoping Mail would get healed, but she didn't. So we'll switch back to Mail. We'll use an item. Banana. To heal her. And then we'll make another save once we get out of here. We hit them to prevent them from throwing those things down. They throw them so fast, you don't know if you can run under them because they might throw them and they might not, and it's too close. And this guy, it's hard to hit him. You can hit him in the air and prevent him from throwing like that, but sometimes then you miss and fall in the spikes, and it's just not good. I got hit there. So we'll have to use an item there, but we'll have to turn that off, but let's heal. We'll turn it off. Get rid of that guy. So we take 1 damage, see, we only lost 4 damage so far from that, but... and then this, we'll try to continue. So this is another jumping moment that Gaw can do. He can jump high and get you past a point that you usually don't have to. Usually you have to go all the way around. So we made it on first try. It's not often that happens. And that's really good. And then we'll do a safety save and backtrack a save warp. Otherwise you have to do the whole maze thing, and that's going all the way around and stuff. And so this is all mazes and things. Now we can backtrack, but I forgot what I need to do here. That's the only time I'll use my iframes to get through an enemy. Because iframes are really dangerous to do that. Iframes don't exist in this game, and they're not your friend. But that's the only time I'll use them to do something. Since the ceiling spikes only do 1 damage to you. And now we have to continue on here. I don't trust this guy, because he might throw that and he might not. And I play it safe there. You can jump on top of the center of those spikes, but you can't hit the sides of them. You can jump straight over them, but it's never safe. Okay. So now we're here. We're going to play it safe and get rid of these guys. We could run through, but I don't, like I said, I don't trust those guys. They're unpredictable. Same thing with that guy. He could jump, but we got through. And we have a boss coming up that isn't hard, but I have a lot of trouble with him. He does the same thing where he goes back and forth like the dragon penguin did. And he can surprise you and go back and forth. And once he's on top of you, then he just drains your life because you can't get out from under him. But this is where the amulet, we definitely need an amulet there to run through all of that. If we don't have it, then you have to fight those guys on their high horses or whatever you want to call them and get them off and then ride that back and forth because that goes back and forth after you defeat them. All right, so we're going to change him. We're going to make a save in case I fail because, you know, I fail a lot. So you have to kind of hit where his shield is. And this is where these guys drop bombs and I have to get my arms back, but then this is where he could go back and forth. Like this. There we go. So we got him. All right. I really didn't want to reset there because he can be an issue. So now we got some orbs. We're going to change back to male. I think we can do a safety save here, which also loads and warps us over there. And just jump down. I gotta watch out for that guy, because sometimes I try to jump late to not use an amulet, and he's standing right there, and it could be a problem. If you take damage before then it just kind of sucks. We're going to keep this on to not take that 3 damage. Not that that really matters a whole lot, but every little difference makes a difference. And now this is where that guy never know what's going to happen, and we're going to play it safe on the way back. I could try to speed through this and hit him and run through, but I don't trust these guys yet. And like I said, if I want to improve my time, I have to start getting, you know, braver on all this stuff and just take those chances. Which is, I'm kind of at the point where I need to start doing that and just, you know, take chances. I gotta see where I am. He's gonna turn around. I'm playing it safe here. And so we have the amulet, so we should. So we're gonna drop down, turn the amulet on, get by this stuff, turn it off, and then we have to watch out for this one guy who he's sometimes moving and sometimes not. And so I throw a bunch of those to see if he's there, but sometimes he's not, and sometimes he'll just be right where you drop down, and you get really mad. See, that guy can jump too. Okay, there's these guys. Do that, and we have to watch out, so there. Alright, so now we're in the maze part, Maniac Mazes. Make another safety save here. We're going to try to go fast. I practice this a lot, but, you know, you forget. I forget. I forget where things are. Like that guy. I couldn't see him behind the pillars. He actually surprised me. And to think that we're going to use an item, I'm too nervous about. Like that. We're making our safety save since I've used so many of those. Because I'm running out of items. I won't have these items anymore, and the boss battles are going to be hard. Like, I don't have the option of picking up more. There's a couple places I can get 1 or 2, but I don't really think it's worth it to go get. So now we're in a maze, and we're just trying to get through this maze. We're going to get this. This is where another amulet is, and I just want to make sure I have enough for even some of the boss battles at the end, the invincibility stuff. Even though it says apple, don't believe the apple. It's actually an amulet. The strategy guide will tell you there's an amulet there, and when you go back to get it, it says it's an apple, but you actually are picking up an amulet in your inventory, so now we have another one. So. Run through this guy. Okay, and then we go this way. Here, and then we could get more items, and we're going to make a safety save in case I fall, because then you have to go all the way back around. So you want to drop to that platform, but if you fall, you go basically to the start. Okay, now we're at the boss, and this boss is frustrating at times. Just like all the other bosses. I mean, they can do something that really messes you up, but... Refund. Refund that strategy guide, yeah. Now we gotta get my arms back. Oops, I messed up. I kind of don't want to use the health item. And I got... Okay. So now we're gonna wait up here. He throws the bomb. The other one should drop back, and now we can push this guy, because their whole purpose is to trap you. Yeah, see that happened. I don't want to restart this guy. So we might just take that elixir. Now we're gonna have to get this arms back because I'm taking too long already. But their whole job is to trap you. So like if I stay here, he won't get any closer. He stays a distance, and so they both will trap you in between and throw bombs at you. But if you get to one side of them, they'll just stay there. If you can separate them, it makes it easier. We're gonna make a safety save somewhere else and reload. I'm missing that. Okay. We're gonna change the mail. We're gonna save in the empty spot, and then we're gonna reload that, which takes us back to up here. So now I'm kind of. I should have one more elixir, right? If I don't, then I should really check that to make sure. Yeah, we still have one. If I don't have an elixir, then I'm in trouble. But, because then if I die, it goes through the death animation, which really wastes time, and you can't reload then, and then it's a lot of, it just wastes tons of time. So having one elixir left that you can restart, and I really need them for the bosses, the final bosses. That's where I need them. Nutscracker, I kind of don't want to use it for him, but I wanted the one for the claw guy, or whatever you call him, the crab. I used there is the one I wanted to use for Nutscracker if I needed. So we're gonna hopefully have a good Nutscracker fight. I really don't like Nutscracker. So now we have the Nutscracker fight. So finally we have a chance to defeat the true Nutcracker. We fought him several times and he was using puppets or whatever to fight us. Now we have a true chance. You gotta watch those guys, they drop down. So the whole time I wait, I'm gonna get my arms back up and use the amulet here. To let my arms go back up as long as I have some left. I have 3 amulets, I have plenty to play it safe here. Try to hit him several times. Same thing. Play it safe here, get my arms to go back up. Use the amulet to get behind him. I gotta watch for the things on top though too, because there we go. We got him. Close. That was close. I could take 2 hits. That's good. 2 cycles good on that guy. Let's see where we actually are time-wise. There we go. 5 minutes ahead. We're good. I think it's possible. No, it's probably not possible. I was like, maybe we could sub 1 hour and 45 minutes. But who knows? That gets me all the time. I just need to put that on there. There are ways of hitting the last bosses 2 times per cycle, but it's difficult. And then you kind of use up your arms. I don't know if it's fast or not. And the last boss takes a while. He's a long fight. Spicy pace. It is. I mean, I kind of wish I didn't do horribly on that one boss in the beginning, because then we would have been really good ahead. But 5 minutes ahead, I'm really happy with that. Happy with that. This is world record pace. Cycle through here. Slick just keeps beating on Muttonhead, and we're like, okay, we'll leave you here. Go ahead and beat him up, Slick. We're gonna go on and save the world. Even though that guy was like Tat, the magician that's with us, that was his mentor, and apparently he'd helped Tat learn or be the magician he is today, and then he went evil or whatever, and I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna try. Get on there. This. There. Got it. Okay. We're gonna switch to male because she's faster. There we go. So we got 3 more puzzles to solve, then we have 4 final bosses. And after we get to this, we beat this last puzzle, we want to make a save, because if we die at any of the bosses, we go back to the start or back to that point. We can't save past that point anymore, so we want to make sure we save at that last point that we can. Oh, I missed that cycle. Get up there. Okay. We're going to make a safety save here. And change them. No, we don't want him. Okay. Sometimes that enemy would be right below you, and then he will just hit you when you fall, like you don't know where he is. Guy is my favorite character as well. I mean, I think he's everyone's favorite character. The problem is he's slow. He moves slow. So you switch to male to run faster, and then you use Gaw for all the boss battles. I think we switched to Gaw here. I don't think it matters, but his jump is higher, and he can get you to this ledge a little quicker. He's the original Groot. Yeah. Gaw. He says Gaw all the time, yeah. Every time he talks, that's how he ends his... Kind of like I am Groot, but... What? It pushed me through it! How did it push me through? That's a first. Well, there goes about a minute. Do I have to recycle this? I have to go through again, don't I? Because I think I have to... Yeah. I wonder if I can... There you go. Why didn't I just do that? Well, now I know for next time. If you fail, just use the amulet. The voice actor of God in this game. It's true. In the Japanese game, I don't know if anyone knows anime, in the Japanese game, the person who voices the lead character in Slayers, the anime Slayers back in the day, is the same voice actress for male in the Japanese version. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we're gonna save in case something happens. I'm gonna try to get it on here. There we go. I'm hesitant with all that since the last time it pushed me through the block. That was the first time I've ever gotten pushed through a block and never. So here's where we're gonna save. Because now that's our last time that we can save at all. We're gonna have a boss battle here. They probably couldn't. Like, that's I think why it's a generic. So as long as we hit him, he doesn't do his moves. And God get healed again. Be Lena inverse. It's true, she might. I don't know who the voice actor is. I should probably look at it and see. So now we go off. Now we have 3 boss battles. So this is the end. So each character has to make their own fight. So we gotta see where Tat is because we never healed Tat, so he might be low on health. So we gotta check him out when he gets to his fight. But there's no saves anymore. If we die, we go back to that last boss fight and have to do that over. So we gotta try really hard. We still have a lot of amulet to use. We gotta get her to throw her arms up in the air, and then we can hit her twice. We gotta watch out for the flames the other thing throws. Come on. If you jump, she throws up a shield, so you can only hit her when she throws something. Almost got hit there. There we go. So he does 5 damage to his boss. And I think Tat does 3 or 4, and Male will only do 3 to her boss fight. In the Japanese release, she did 4 damage to him. Somewhere in there. And so, like, it's a lot, the boss fights are a lot longer. I think the boss does 65, so we're gonna heal him before this boss fight. We're probably gonna try to play it safe, just because we're kind of ahead here. So we'll do that. And this boss isn't too bad. He disappears and appears where you're standing. So that's about it. You can run behind him and then just hit him. So really what you want to do is try to keep him forward some or keep him where he is and just hit him a few times. This is kind of the safe way of doing it. You can hit him twice. We're kind of trying to play it safe here. Now he's kind of close to the wall there, so I'm just going to move forward this way. There we go. And just repeat. It's the same thing with the final boss. It's just a pattern. Just got to know the pattern and try to get through it and try to do it. So we're about halfway with this guy. You're slowly burning his clothes away from him, so he lost his hat. We burned away his hat. That's how you defeat evil incarnate, is just by burning their clothes off, I guess, you know? So soon we'll burn away his cape. There we go. Now he's just truly naked, I guess. Striking fear into the enemies. I was like, maybe I'll try hitting him twice, but I'm too scared to do it, so we'll just play it safe and take him out that way. What is going on? What is happening up there? So now we're in the final boss. Male's going to fight the final boss. The boss pattern, he just chases you around. And so if you run around, he'll chase you around and throw things at the floor and destroy the floor. And it makes it difficult. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stand still and stay as close to the boss as possible. And that way we limit how much ground he destroys. We limit movement. We do all this stuff. And it makes it easier to fight him. You just have to watch the pattern and do that. And jump over his hand, and then we have the amulets to use. Then we get as close to this spike as possible. Missed that shot. So that hopefully when he destroys the ground, it doesn't destroy much, or it keeps it in a one little spot. Sometimes it won't hit anything. If he is in a right pattern or something like that, he'll sometimes shoot close to you and not destroy anything, and sometimes he'll just destroy the one right next to it. So we're limiting his movement. Like that one, I don't think that one destroyed anything. But we just keep him here, and we do this until he's dead. And we have enough amulets to protect ourselves if something goes wrong. And so this boss fight is kind of long, you know, because you're only doing 3 damage to him. Sometimes you can hit him. I hit him twice once, and like forever I was like, how do I do that? But I think it's all luck and timing, and I don't know if I'll ever get that to happen again. Like, you have to hit him on the first frame, he's vulnerable, and like the last frame is vulnerable. I don't know if it's just a frame perfect thing. I'm tempted to task this just to see if I can figure out which routes are better and what I have to do, which enemies I have to kill to get gold, and if there's any better strats to the boss battles. But it's a long game to try to task, you know. I could human task it and just, you know, record my inputs and change them as I go. Whoa! Yo! So now he's kind of at a distance, so I'm hoping he won't move much. Okay, so he's not going to fly past. If he comes at you too fast, he'll slide over you and go past you. Get close to him again. If you run around in this boss, it makes it difficult. It's hard to, because you gotta watch over the spikes on the ground then, his hand to grab you, the thing he's throwing, all that stuff. It's just so much going on, so you just contain him to one side. Control his movements. Oh, missed that one. He's a little early on that jump. I want to come up with a better pattern of knowing. I try to watch his movement based on if he's doing slow back and forths or fast back and forths. How many times he goes back and forth and things. But really, I go by feel, and that's not the best strat. I do a lot of speedruns by feel sometimes for things, and I really shouldn't. I want to come up with another better pattern to know when he's gonna, because it's all timing. We got one more hit on him. Once I hit him, that's the time. That's time. We did 1 hour, sub 1 hour and 45 minutes. We got a sub 1 hour 45. I am happy with that. New world record. There you go. We did it. Nice BB. There we go. Ah. I gotta make sure I save that one. We're gonna watch the end of this if you want to see the end animation. Then we'll maybe go back and watch the intro. It depends if, since we finished early, I think, but we can watch it. It's up to you guys. Your one and only 2 hour run, yeah. Oh.
I can't believe it. You made it back.
So we saved the day. They get back here. There's Gaw.
And speaking of toast, what are we gonna do with the old Muttmeister? I say we seal him here in the Orb Tower and let him rot.
Why would you want to do a thing like that?
You can hear the fantastic voice acting.
Now that the Overlord's been destroyed, I say let him go.
Maybe, did you hit your head or something?
Yeah, May.
The very compressed
Remember,
audio
he's
of
got a pretty
games in the
big bounty
past.
on his head. Let him go.
What a bunch of chumps! Now it's time for you.
I find it interesting that this guy is like, they're like, yeah, just whatever, let him go.
Sucking nothing.
And he's like, I'll destroy you all. It's like, ah, maybe not. But it's like, he destroyed a town. I'm pretty sure he murdered people. You probably shouldn't let him go. Like, he should be punished for what he did.
All I ever wanted was for people to show me a little respect, but all I can seem to manage is to make a mess of things. Oh.
You once taught me it is never too late to change, right?
Oh, I messed up, you know. I know I murdered people. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
As for you, Mill, through the great doors over there, you will find Kazer's secret vault.
But
Take what you want.
But deep down, he's really sorry. It's true. It's really his conviction of wrongfulness that convinced us to let him go. So she finally gets what she's been searching for. Lots and lots of gold. We could have turned him in for 2 million, but she made a lot more by letting him go, I guess.
I've hit the jackpot! I struck it rich!
So when you beat the game, you go through the credits and then they'll have all the outtakes. It's standard, I think, working designs kind of thing. I think they did that in Lunar. They put an outtake in the back end of it. So we could, you know, you could sit here and listen to all of them. We're not going to do that because there's a lot. You can hear some of the voices of other characters and stuff like that that we skipped through. But then you have happy pictures, you know. They return to Penguin Town, victorious. We can hear who the voice actor is if we want to see who voiced her. We can see who that is. I kind of feel like it might be the same person who voiced some of the characters in the Lunar game. I don't know who that guy is. Is that the... He's carrying her. I think that was the old man that explained the story, but it's a random guy. I don't know who it is, and he's carrying her around. It's like, I don't think we ever ran into that guy. English translations. Alright, if they don't show voice actors soon, I'm just going to jump to the intro here. They get their fish, and they're happy now. Their fish are back, I think. Alright. Let's see if I can... apparently I can't skip the credits. We'll have to watch the credits. Forced to watch the pictures. I mean, the music's good. I enjoy the music of this game. they replay a lot of the songs for every, all the boss battles are the same. A lot of levels have the same song in it, but it's good. Used to listen to it in your Walkman. Nice. I would listen to the Lunar soundtrack all the time. There's the cast. Melissa Gulden, which I believe is someone on some of the other games. You had that one as well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know any of these people. I always thought it'd be fun to find these voice actors again from some of your favorite games and revisit and ask them what it was like and what they do now. Come on, I just want to watch the intro and then we're done. I don't know how much time we have. By me. Yeah, I had a 1 hour and 48 minute world record before.